Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be discussing the 5 trendiest neighborhoods right now in the Halifax area. Now, before we get into these 5 amazing Halifax neighborhoods, it's important to define what a trendy neighborhood truly means, and we're going to do that with the help of Forbes magazine. According to them, there's 4 criteria that make a neighborhood trendy. Number 1 is new construction. Number 2 is flipped homes. Number 3 is young people moving into the neighborhood. And number 4 is close proximity to a city center. Before we get into this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I am a local real estate agent here in Halifax area of Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada. I'm also a real estate investor, and I share a lot of content about DIY projects so that you can maximize the value of your home without paying too much money out of pocket. So please hit that like button, tap that notification icon so you can be notified anytime I release new content. And again, I would really appreciate your support if you could subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be here for the long haul and making more videos like this. All right, so let's dive into it and make sure you stay till the end because the 5th neighborhood may surprise you. All right, leading the way at number 1 is North End Halifax. North End Halifax has come a long way. Now, if I was to make this video about 15 years ago, I doubt this would even make the list, but it is coming in at number 1. North End Halifax is known for its vibrant culture, diverse population, and the artistic community that is throughout this neighborhood. The North End Halifax boasts some incredible shops, amazing cafes, and wonderful restaurants, making this very attractive for foodies and anyone with a creative itch. There's also been some amazing residential progress here in the North End of Halifax, and that only continues with tons of new development happening all the time, and this one definitely meets all 4 criteria that we spoke about earlier based off of Forbes magazine. The North End is also home to some really cool condos and apartments, and definitely a place that we're going to see a lot of development yet to come. Next up on the list is a seasoned veteran of Halifax, and that's the South End. South End Halifax has always been the gold standard for any community in and around the Halifax area, and it still stands to the test of time. It's a charming and affluent neighborhood. However, both St. Mary's University and Dalhousie University are in the South End, which always gives it a buzz of activity. There's also some amazing parks in the South End. Combine that with some amazing restaurants, shops in and around the area, you're not going to want to miss out on this neighborhood if you can afford the price to pay. Unfortunately, if you're in the first-time homebuyer category, the chances are South End isn't a likely place to land your first home. Having said that, it's a great thing to aspire to and maybe put it up on your vision board to live there someday in the future. All right, now number 3 on the list is a bit of a no-brainer, but it's downtown Halifax. Now, it's obviously the heart of the city, and it's easy to see why with its historic waterfront and amazing restaurants, bars, shops. You'll never run out of things to do here. Whether strolling down Barrington Street by day and partying on Argyle Street by night, Halifax has a ton of different options that are amazing and makes this a very trendy neighborhood. Now, if you're looking for a fenced-in backyard for your dog to play, this probably isn't the place for you, but you can find some absolutely incredible condos, and there's tons of new development popping up all the time, and now the new staple is Queen's Mark. Now, while this still feels like a brand new development, it has quickly become an icon of the downtown Halifax scene. Now, whether it be the admiration of the beautiful architecture, the stone steps that lead directly into the harbor, or the courtyard that's home to some amazing restaurants, you're never going to miss out on Queen's Mark, as it's quickly become the staple of Halifax. All right, trendy neighborhood number 4 should not surprise anyone, and that is the Hydrostone. Now, the Hydrostone has been trendy for a very long time, but it is not losing its grip on being one of the best places to live in the Halifax area. This community was actually built after the infamous Halifax explosion back in 1917. This neighborhood was built very quickly after the Halifax explosion to try to build and add new homes in and around the Halifax area due to the significant damage that was experienced back in 1917. Similar to the North End Halifax, the Hydrostone has some very unique restaurants, shops, and cafes in and around the Hydrostone area that do give it a very special and unique vibe. Now, as mentioned, neighborhood number 5 may surprise you, but I'm a little bit biased and I absolutely love this area, and that is Dartmouth. Now, while technically not part of Halifax, Dartmouth is just across the harbor and certainly well worth a visit. Now, echoing the statement that I made about the North End maybe not making this list 15-20 years ago, Dartmouth would be in the same boat. This neighborhood has undergone huge revitalization over the past decade, and it's really enjoyable to watch as Dartmouth has not always had the best reputation, but that's quickly changing. With large residential construction contracts, new restaurants coming into the area, Dartmouth is quickly becoming a place that you not only want to visit, but you want to live. The great thing about Dartmouth is there are still a ton of affordable places to live, whether you want to buy or rent. It's a great option for you without being too far outside of the city, as you can easily jump on the bridge or the ferry and get over there in less than 10 minutes. Now, I do want to give an honorable mention to Fairview, which is easily meeting the first criteria of new construction, as cranes and buildings are popping up all over the place there, but I don't feel like it yet has the trendy vibe, as restaurants and shops and cafes haven't necessarily flooded to that area yet. However, I do think that that will change quickly over the next 5 years. So these are my personal top 5 trendy neighborhoods to live in the Halifax area. Now, everyone's list is going to differ a little bit, but I think most people would agree these are amazing spots to live, and you feel like you're cutting edge getting into these neighborhoods and experiencing what life is truly all about, and that is eating good food, shopping at cool places, and enjoying the people around you in that area. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions about other neighborhoods that I didn't mention, or if you want to give yourself a shout out to the neighborhood that you currently live in. I'd love to see that down below. Again, I'd appreciate your support if you could hit that subscribe button, like this video, and hit that notification icon. It certainly keeps me going and lets me know that you want to see more stuff like this. I appreciate all of you being here, and I'll see you on the next one.